Okay, so we're continuing my countdown to Halloween. Now we are on the very first Friday the 13th movie I've ever watched. And this is the first movie that took me into the slasher genre where I was in it for the long haul. So the plot is basically Tommy can't shake the fact that Jason may still be alive, or that Jason is still alive, and he goes to dig up his grave to have him cremated. But okay, so since we followed Tommy in the past two movies, like, he probably killed his sister at the end of the final chapter. He probably killed Pam at the end of part 5. So what's the worst thing he can do now? Dig up Jason's corpse, and then boom, it gets hit by lightning, and then Jason's alive and killing everybody. So this one is on your hands, Tommy. Damn you, Tommy. Damn you. Now, this, movie, even though they brought Jason back, that's probably the only positive thing about this movie. It has very pointless humor. It's just as almost as lighthearted as the last movie. It has more flaws. These movies have more flaws than the first 4 movies. And Crystal Lake is, it's like revived, but this time it's been renamed to Wake Forest Green, and this time kids come. So you're thinking to yourself, what happened, like at this camp years ago, right? So why in the hell would you take your kids there? Like, like you say, hey, where's Katie? Oh, she went to the Lake Forest Green. Wait a minute, wasn't that Camp Crystal Lake? Yeah. Well, what did she ever do to you? Like, what did she do wrong? Why are you sending your kid out there? And also, like, random idiots. I mean, Jason stumbles across a lot. I know, like, like, a lot of characters in these movies are not really intelligent and they're not, smart, and everything. But these characters that he stumbles across, or that stumble across him, are even 10 kajillion times more idiotic than any other character in the previous movies. I mean, like, come on. I mean, like after the first, like when he first came back to life and the couple was driving in the woods, and then they've come across him, and then one girl tries to negotiate with him, say, here, take the money. And also, like, I guess a couple having a picnic in the middle of the night in the woods, like at night. That's really weird. And also, these morons playing paintball war with each other. The list goes on. And it's funny how people, it's funny how the cops and everybody treat Tommy like he's he's the killer in this one, even though that should have been more like, so, like, I guess if they know, I don't know, like, if let's say, like, if someone knew that Tommy was disturbed and knew that he did some shit, most likely killed Pam in the last movie, then that would be a better reason to be afraid of him and stuff. But other than that, they seem to have no reason here. It's like, oh, this kid's trying to pull a prank and whatnot. I mean, like, he's just causing trouble. He's scaring all the residents. He's scaring everybody in the town, so we need to make him leave. But, yeah, and this is the first time Jason ever gets shot. Any other time, Jason was just stabbed or knocked in the head or whatever. But this is the first time, they're actually shooting Jason. And this is the first time we saw zombie Jason, too. And that's where, like, it's at this point you're like, the fans won't care what we do, what the plot is of the movie, as long as we bring Jason back, as long as we give them more of these movies. And at this point, we have the studio by the balls, like, give us more Jason, give us more Friday the 13th movies. And the same thing with Nightmare on Elm Street, give us more Freddy Krueger, I want more Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And it's just like, be careful what you wish for. Like, did you want a good, solid Friday the 13th movie, or did you just want to see Jason on the big screen every year? And Freddy on the big screen every year? You see why these two franchises have became the most overrated franchises, of its time. But they're guilty pleasures of mine. I will admit to that. And I would watch them again to this day. But, yeah, I gotta say, for what it was, I mean, it could have been worse, but it gets three solid chair spins out of 5. 1, 2, 3 chair spins. So, yeah, I mean, like, this is the movie that introduced me to Friday the 13th, and it drove me and it pulled me into the horror genre. I mean, like, I mean, it still holds like a warm spot in my heart, even though I've noticed some flaws as I gotten older. Like, okay, this movie wasn't that great as I thought it was when I was younger. But oh well. I mean, the fans got what they wanted. Jason's back, and yeah, like, what more can they go wrong there? Lots. They can make a lot more mistakes. So if you guys enjoyed my review for this movie, make sure you thumb up the video, make sure you click subscribe. If you're new to the channel, thank you for watching as always, and we're gonna keep going with this countdown to Halloween, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.